after a 20-year marriage, it ended. And I didn't know where and how I was gonna make ends meet after my divorce. I was laid off my job of 13 years. That's when it seemed like everything went haywire for me. I didn't know if I was gonna have a place to live, food to eat. I didn't know what was my next step. In January of 2014, I enrolled in school, still not knowing how I was gonna make it through everything that I have gone through in the previous years. In 2015, my brother and his wife moved here to Georgia, and they wanted me to come and live there with them. 2016, my brother and his wife asked me to move. That's when I felt like everything just crumbled up under me. I was back to square one again. I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have any money. I was still looking for employment, and it wasn't looking up for me. A friend of mine introduced me to a couple that was looking for a nanny. And I didn't know these people, but for some odd reason, God entrusted them to hire me to be their nanny for their boys. And then I moved in the house with them. I was a living nanny. I was there with them for about a year. I would work odd jobs here and there, still not knowing how I was gonna make ends meet. Still pressing my way to school 2 nights a week for the past 5 years. Still coming to church. Still being involved in my small group. Still singing in the choir. I was broken, and I didn't know what else to do or where to turn. I wanted to talk to Pastor Oliver and Lady O, but I was embarrassed. I was afraid to tell my story because I didn't want people to judge me for what had happened or what was going on in my life at that time. But somehow God saw in me to keep pushing. When I thought I was giving up, He was carrying me along the way. I kept pressing my way. In 2018, I had a seasonal job I worked. This year of 2019, I went back to the seasonal job. I worked there for 4 months, and thereafter I got on permanent. So I'm working a permanent position now. I finished school. I got my bachelor's in October. I moved into my own place, and God has blessed me with a brand new car. I didn't understand how, but I know it was Him that did it for me. When you're broken, all I can say is just keep pressing, keep moving forward. God has not forgotten you, because I know He hadn't forgotten me. I pushed through it. So I give all glory and honor unto God. Because the power of God that's in my life, I am unstoppable. 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 You are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You are unstoppable.